Morning everyone, welcome to day 2 of our Debtor and Payment Services education series. Today we're talking about payment terms. So what does being paid on time mean to you? So payment terms can vary from cash on delivery. You can give your clients 7 days right out to 45 days to pay their invoices. So there's a couple of key things that you need to consider when you're trying to work out what your payment terms should be. So firstly, are you invoicing a high volume of low dollar one-off kind of jobs? Are you invoicing on projects for milestone payments? What are the supplier terms that you need to be meeting with your suppliers? And how often do you need to pay wages? So let's break these down a little bit. So when we look at completing a high volume of low cost one-off kind of jobs, so your mobile tradies and your cafe owners, cafe type businesses are fitting this mold. So when you go into a cafe, you have to pay on the spot for your cup of coffee and your donut, and then you just kind of accept that that's the process. You pay up front. Why should mobile trades treat this kind of service any different, in the sense that they've come to your house, they've completed some work? Why can't they just complete an invoice on the spot and receive payment up front? And look, I've recently seen this firsthand and it frustrates me so much because the technology that's available today makes this process so easy. Now, if you're working on projects and you're invoicing at milestones, your payment terms are going to depend on the length of the project that you're working on. So if your project's over a 30-day period, your progress claims would probably be on 7-day payment terms. And look, if you're feeling generous at the end of the project, you might give your client 14 days to pay the final balance. But again, if your project's over a longer period of time, 2 months to 6 months, 12 months, then you'll just adjust your payment terms to fall in line with what you're required to meet with your suppliers. Lastly, we need to think about how often you're paying wages. So this is tricky. You need to be 2 steps ahead of the game at all time when it comes to having money in the bank to pay wages. So wages can be the single biggest expense for small business. So when you think about it like this, if you're invoicing today and your payment terms are 7 to 14 days, chances are you'll have money in the bank to meet your obligations if you're paying your wages fortnightly. If you're paying your wages weekly or monthly, you would need to just make sure that you look at your payment terms and make sure that you've got some really good systems in place to make sure that your debtors are paid on time. So that pretty much sums up talking about payment terms for today. Tomorrow's video is going to be all about how debtor days can actually impact your cash flow, how to work out what your debtor days are, and we'll start talking about some strategies about how you can reduce those days. Have a great day.